Today on All Caps. We explain how a song about drones became the unlikely anthem of a nation at war. Plus, we're exposing the hypocrisy of Tehran, the lavish luxury lifestyles of the regime's elite, while they weaponize international law against the West. After that, we turn to the digital battlefield, exposing Joe Kent's hypocrisy while finally taking a closer look at the tech giant Nvidia and its CEO, who is one of the only ones in Silicon Valley still standing 100% with Israel. And joining us at the table is Benny Sabti, one of the world's most in-demand Iranian experts. It all starts right now.
Welcome back to All Caps. It's so good to see you all again. Ladies, we are 3 days away from Passover. What are your plans?
My plans are to stay alive.
It's a good plan.
Yeah, it's a great plan. I mean, for people who don't live in Israel, usually we say, where do you want to do the Passover? Do you want to do it at, your mom's house, my mom's house? This year, unfortunately, we're going to ask the question of who has a bigger mamad, a safe room?
True.
Who has, or if there's no safe room, how many floors do you have to go down to get to this shelter? So pretty much...
I am very optimistic about this Passover, so I'm planning dinner. I'm inviting my family, my cousins in my place.
And
so I hope it will be
Ethiopian.
quiet.
What kind of Pesach foods or Passover foods do you have as an Ethiopian?
Wow, we have the same because we are all eating matzah.
Oh, okay.
But I do a special dish like chicken with rice. It's Ethiopian recipe.
Wow, maybe I'll take some because I'm hosting 24 people for Seder. So I need to change a little bit from my Persian food, but I'm
You're doing the
optimistic
best food. I've been in your house for Shabbat dinner. It was very good.
Thank
really?
you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, let's dive in and start with what caught your eye this week.
It was a video of Sasha Sabahani. Maybe girls, you know him. No, but he is a foreign minister of Mohammad Sabahani. He was a part of the Iranian regime. And the video I saw was shocking to me because he living in Spain. He have a luxury life. He enjoying freedom. He enjoying money. You see what he do with the money and girls and alcohol.
Wow. No shame.
And no shame. And it's interesting to me because where this money come from that you're spending, and while he dance with girls with bikini in these videos, the Iranian women are fighting for their freedom, for walking in the street with no hijab and starving.
It's absolutely shameful.
I share the same thing because, if Mujtaba Khamenei would not be barely alive today, he would have done the same thing because he's got billions of dollars in assets and hotels.
But can you arrest him?
They don't have the same standard.
Can you sue him? Can you arrest him? What can you do
No,
with this video?
he's being protected by Spanish law. They protect him, and they cannot arrest him.
That is so shameful.
Well, we also learned this week that children of IRGC leaders are teaching in American schools.
What?
How about that? We have the daughter of a former Iranian president teaching at Union College in New York. We have another daughter of an Iranian intelligence officer teaching at University of Massachusetts. And the list goes on. But I have to say, Americans are paying money for their children to be educated by family members of a regime that chants death to America. So why go to Tehran when Tehran is already here?
Yeah, wow.
Let's see.
The child of Iran's regime leaders are reportedly teaching American students at prestigious colleges and universities nationwide. That's according to the New York Post on Wednesday, which revealed these individuals are teaching at schools such as Emory University, New York's Union College, and George Washington University. And for example, the daughter of Iran's de facto leader, Security Chief Ali Larijani, who was killed in an airstrike this week, is a medical doctor who taught at Emory University in Georgia. A professor of mathematics at Union College is the daughter of former Iranian President Mohammad Khatami, who served in that role from 1997 to 2005.
This is shocking.
Shocking. And they're actually talking about this at CARE, the organization that is designated as a terrorist organization, but is working freely in America. They're talking about how they're trying to get as many teachers as possible to spread the Islamist propaganda. So wake up.
They hate the West, but they all want to send their kids to get educated in the West. They don't mind, enjoying the perks of the West while they make Iran living hell.
So what caught me this week? We all heard about the terrorist attack in England, in London. I mean, we can call it differently. 4 ambulances were caught on fire. And who came to cover this story? None other less, Al Jazeera. Come watch this video.
Do you know those Al Jazeera reporters that went in?
No.
You have Al Jazeera No. Yeah, do you know they went into Israel on October 7th?
Al Jazeera. No.
Yes. People that work in Gaza came in with Hamas on October 7th into Israel. There's evidence for it. There's literally evidence for it. And what happens if I show you the evidence? What would you say? Show Al Jazeera reporters coming into Israel on October 7th. You don't want to see the evidence. You don't. We'll show you.
First of all, shout out to this guy. This guy is incredible. He didn't stop, and he proved how she doesn't want to see the evidence. But seriously, having Al Jazeera covering a terrorist attack on a Jewish community is like having a Third Reich news outlet during World War II making a story about London.
And we've got to stop calling them journalists. Al Jazeera, they are not journalists. They are PSYOP operators. Exactly. We've got to stop calling them journalists. We need to call them Al Jazeera operatives, because when we take away their name, we take away their credibility.
And you know what else? We need to sue them. And this is what we're doing.
This is your job.
We're all waiting for you, Nitana. We're all waiting for you.
Tell us the details.
We have a lawsuit against Al Jazeera in the court in the United States for aiding and abetting Hamas. And if she doesn't want to see the evidence in this video, she will see them in court.
So wait, can you tell me about the lawsuit? That's all I care about.
That's a lawsuit that we filed on behalf of the victims of October 7 and whoever got killed during the war.
What could be the consequences except money? Okay, let's say they can pay billions, but can you shut them down somehow?
Of course, a judgment, at least in the United States or in any other Western
England,
country.
For example.
Yes, because if you have a judgment from a federal court in the United States saying that Al Jazeera is aiding and abetting Hamas, is supporting a terror organization, nobody will let this network working in Western democratic states.
So I can't wait. I mean, how can she not know? How can she work at a news outlet and not know that some of her colleagues happened to be on October 7th in the massacre, filming themselves? I mean, what is coming up on her search when she's looking up the war? Can you show the evidence for the journalists who didn't want to see it? This is chilling.
That's exactly it.
This is the massacre being showed live. And this reporter never saw it. She doesn't know. It happened.
I think she knows.
He's alive?
Is he alive? I think
he's alive.
Is he alive, that operative, that terrorist? I don't even know.
I don't remember. I think the IDF took down one of Al Jazeera reporter. That is not a reporter.
Al Jazeera operative.
Hamas terrorist.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, the audacity that Al Jazeera has is beyond me.
You know what caught my eyes this week? This song of the 11 years old boy.
How could you not? It's everywhere. Tell the people outside of Israel.
Let's see it first. Let's see it first.
Okay, I need to say, please, as an American, we need it translated. We need to explain to us what this means. I know because I speak Hebrew, but for those who don't know, explain.
Yeah, he says, what is there in the sky? It's not a bird, it's not a fly, it's a drone.
I have news for you. He just got his first campaign.
Oh,
now.
Yeah,
Congratulations. Got his first commercial campaign.
We're laughing about this, but this is so sad. This is
so
sad,
of course.
That an 11-year-old boy is deciding to write a song about rockets and drones, and I really hope this is going to be the
years
last
ago,
song.
years ago we used to sing about butterflies in the sky and birds and happiness, and here what we see, a child, 11 years old, is a drone. But during the song, in the end of the song, he said, "Nothing will break me. I will continue, and I love the country." And he sings like wonderful words, showing you that the Iranians can bomb us, can missile against us, but they will not break our spirits. Now we move to our main topic. We're looking at a chilling tactical shift. Using the international law as a weapon of war. How are the Iran and their terror proxies turning legal frameworking into actual tools of war? Let's break it down.
So the international court is supposed to protect human rights and the vulnerables, right? The people that need protection from a regime like the Iranian regime. And what we see now is that they become a tool by the terror organization, because how you explain the fact that after the massacre of October 7, the international court rushed Israel to be judged by, 12, 13, 15 judge and
heading with the Lebanese judge.
Yes, yes. And for me, it's like what you do now for the Iranian regime after the thousands of people are killed, and what you do for what happens in Ethiopia. In Ethiopia, in the last 5 years, it's been civilian war, and thousands, hundreds of people are dying. And what you do for what happened in Uganda.
Tell us about these corrupt judges.
Exactly that. Listen, it's not corrupt judges. As the international community wants to bash Israel. They don't care about Uganda. They don't care about Africa. They want to dive into the sexy.
Is this just an opinion,
terms.
or is it? Is there money involved? Like, how did the radical Islamists took over all the international justice system?
Listen, this is it reflects the UN. It reflects the international community. Who sits in these courts other than the representative of this non-democratic state with the majority in the world? And there is no question why they're going after Israel. Look at the massive massacre that happened in Iran for the population itself. Anybody said anything about it?
Nothing in the UN. Nothing in that circus called the UN. I really hope the UN will get defunded eventually, because, come on, ignoring what's happening in Iran and putting the Iranian regime in the Human Rights Council? It's like the worst joke, but it's such a joke.
Yeah. Well, look, I always think, how can you use international law against Israel if you're the one who's always breaking it? But they figured out something brilliant and very dangerous. What do? Hamas puts rockets inside a school. Okay. Well, then that's a war crime in itself, but they're able to accuse Israel of a war crime, and that headline alone is their victory. They don't need a court case. They don't need they just need a news cycle.
That is true.
100%. You know why? Because none of them can be hurt by the international law. The court in The Hague, for instance, both the criminal court and the International Court of Justice, they can go after Israel, they can go after democratic leaders, but there is no point for them going after the Hamas leaders or the Iranian leaders.
Because they're not a democracy?
But also they're hiding already. I mean, what arrest warrant can do to a terrorist that is hiding in a tunnel that will never see the light or will never leave Gaza? It's only influential against those who obey the law and are scared to their life. Netanyahu cannot fly over Europe because of these arrest warrants.
Yeah.
Right.
But the terrorists in Gaza, they don't have anywhere to fly to.
And the militia.
The UN also come visit the terrorists that attacked Israel on October 7th. They come to the jails and they visit, and they say that we don't give them all the rights. But when we ask them to go and visit our kidnaps in the tunnels in Gaza, they say, "Oh, we don't have how to do it. We don't know how to do it. We cannot reach them." So they come after our country, the only democratic country in this area, but not after the terror organizations.
Totally, but it feels like the ICJ exists only to attack Israel. What else does the ICJ do besides
What they do for the world, yeah.
What have they done for Sudan?
Yeah.
What have they done for Ethiopia? What have they done for anyone else except attacking Israel? But you know what I feel like? I'm sure we all feel that common sense is gone. And the basic thing, correct me if I'm wrong, in any kind of court in a Western country, if the witness is accused of murder or abuse or torture or anything else, he's not a credible witness, right? But somehow, in those cases, in the international courts, terrorist organizations who are also convicted in killing their own people, forget about Israel and the Jews that nobody cares about, they're convicted in killing their own people. Hamas killed their all opposition, all the Palestinians. Somehow they're credible. Somehow they're a party that can be cooperated with and that we can hear what they have to say. What happened to common sense?
True. They are just using the international law as a weapon, as a shield, actually. And as you said, India, they are hiding among civilians, knowing that Israel will not have a choice but to retaliate against those who are hiding in schools and kindergartens and hospitals, and inevitably will cause a collateral damage. And then the international community will not go after the terrorists who are responsible for the death of these people, but against the one who defends itself, against the one who's fighting for its survival.
The question is, do we demolish these bodies completely, or do we give those bodies back to democracies, or do we create new institutions?
So I'll tell you, I think that the best way to do it is to change the international law in a way that it will defend democratic states in an asymmetrical war. But until then, we are taking the court to court. We are filing lawsuit against the chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court in The Hague for going after the Israeli leaders instead of going after the Hamas leaders. And we are pushing the United States, who is doing a tremendous job in this area, to put sanctions, personal sanctions on the judges in the International Criminal Court and very soon on the judges of the International Court of Justice, to hit them where it hurts, to hit them personally, to teach them that they could not use their power to go after democratic states, but to concentrate on the real war criminals.
Yeah.
Interesting.
To really lift the curtain on what's happening inside Tehran right now, we need someone who knows the region more than anybody else, inside out. Joining us today is the one and the most influential Iranian voice in the world, a leading expert on the regime and in inner workings, Benny Sabti. Welcome, Benny, to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. It's a great honor for me, really. And I'm very excited.
So many questions to ask you, so let's roll.
Benny, you're one of the most well-known Persians in the world. Can I say that?
Thank you.
Pretty much.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. What are the reactions you're getting from the Iranian people?
If they are Iranians from inside Iran, they are very excited to see that an Iranian can achieve more and more steps and levels in his individual life or in job or anything that he wants to do in the West, and it's okay. You are not like a robot inside Iran. You don't have to obey any kind of system. You can think by your own and choose your way. Really, they say we are jealous in the way of living in Israel generally, because they allow you to be here as a free person. You know one thing that the Iranians admire Israel for that? The gay parade in Tel Aviv. You don't believe that, because it's symbol of freedom. This is a very exciting thing for them, because everyone can be anything that he wants, and you can achieve any goals in your private life or job. So they see an example for that.
I find it really extraordinary to see some videos of them looking like us.
Yes.
I don't know, where are they doing that? I mean, they dress like us.
Yeah.
They like the same things as us, but yet they're oppressed. So where are they living their secret lives?
Yes. In the 80s, it was harder. When I was a child in Iran, and it was the oppression was very harder against them. But since the 90s and the internet comes to Iran, and they have also social media in these last 20 years, for example. So they see the West. They see also Israel. This is the reason that they admire us for that freedom, for that good-looking country, really. So they try to copy it to Iran. They have a very kind of obsession to being beautiful. You know, you cannot be outside as you want to be. So inside the houses, when they film themselves, then they have pictures of themselves, you see that they can dress as us or have I don't know, the hair or anything that they want.
Do that in secret?
Yes. There is. In Iran, you have two kinds of lives, two identities all the time.
Wow.
One, when you are inside, and when you are outside. These are two different persons. Inside the house, you hear music, you I don't know, dance, you have hidden parties, and many other, maybe drinks, for God forbidden. But outside, you have to act in other ways. Even as a Jew, I had two names. In outside, I was Armin, because we didn't want them to find out that I'm a Jewish person. It was already hard. So if you are also Jewish, you are automatically a spy or something, even if you are 8 years old. So yes, really.
Wow.
But inside house, you can do whatever you want. So they love us for being outside and inside the same person. And also, we can see them from inside. Look. Pay attention that most of what they film or picture is from inside of the house.
Picture of
or
Iranian.
very far places, maybe in a park or some very far river or something.
Wow, it's so sad.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really sad.
Yeah. We have to cherish our freedom and really admire the democracy in Israel.
Yeah.
I want to know,
help them.
if you could sit down with Mojtaba, what would you say to him, and what advice would you give to him?
What could I say to him? Why are you still alive? I don't know. He doesn't deserve to be alive.
May not need this
I'm very
question.
sorry to be so hard and violent, but you know, in Persian there is a phrase that says, "The son of the wolf will be wolf." Okay. I had the experience.
Exactly.
I don't know about him being a wolf so much. I mean, we heard about the rumors.
As we hear, he's half a wolf now. He's injured.
But he's responsible for so many deaths.
Exactly. He's a friend.
That's what I was
We heard that he's gay. The CIA said that he's gay.
I don't know. There is a lot of psychological war between us and them and Iran and US. So there are many things, many spins in the paper. I don't know if he even is. It's a very sad thing for him because, as I said before, you cannot be a gay in Iran.
He cannot be
Mojtaba, real Mojtaba.
You cannot be a gay Ayatollah.
Yes.
You cannot be a gay
This is a horrible thing. If I would say sit with him, I would say to him, look, don't waste your life for violence, for oppressing the others. You can have all that you want. Being rich, being, I don't know, dancing with women, having beautiful children, I don't know, being happy. Just be free. If you are free from those ancient opinions and radical faith and beliefs in Islam, because Islam is not a bad thing. They took it to a bad place. This is the problem with any, I think, ideology or religion, anything. You can take anything to a bad place. So I would tell him, please, come to us for a week. If I didn't kill him, okay, first I want to kill him. But if not, come to a hotel in Tel Aviv in a week.
Come to the gay parade.
I pay for that in a gay parade. Yes, if you want to go on the truck, go in that truck. If you're not, just we can stand aside and just look at it and see that you can be happy without killing others, without oppressing women. Women is the first sign.
Do you think he will take your advice?
No, he is too poisoned.
Done.
I'm very sorry, he's too poisoned.
Benny, what scares the most the Ayatollah? Women without hijab dancing on TikTok or F-35 jet?
Women dancing not on TikTok, in the big square of Tehran. Mm-hmm. If we can bring them, and you saw the women protest 3 years ago and many other cases.
And in January as well.
One woman stood before that protest, stood with her hijab and did kind of this thing. That means I throw it to the garbage.
Yeah.
She did something that no one did before. She shocked the system. And they didn't know what to do with that. One woman can do much more than many, many planes.
Yes.
If they don't have that stability from inside, and 50% of the people, women, if they come out, they can free their country. And I really believe that the next leaders of Iran, the free Iran, will be women, mostly women.
We hope and
Maybe
we
also
pray
here
for
it's
it.
better.
Yeah.
You know, Benny, I'm Iranian born.
Wow.
And, yeah. And I plan, once the regime is fall and the borders are open, to take the first flight to Iran. Do you think this flight will be full?
I think even if we go 2 nights before the plane, there are already so many Iranians that are waiting. All the Iranians here in Israel are waiting for that flight. So we have to go sleep in the airport a few days before that. But I have to tell you, I studied how to be a tour guide. Oh. And I will take you to the special places, to the ice cream, in the bazaar, to have not the expensive shopping. I will take you all because I know.
Okay, we have a deal then.
Maybe we can film season 2 in Tehran.
Exactly.
We will do that.
We'll open a tour company.
And me. It's really.
Well, I want Gomay Sabzi. It's my favorite Persian dish.
Okay. We will. Also, there are some kosher places, restaurants in Iran, because there are still around 10,000 Jews. In Iran, they suffer from the regime.
It's amazing that with all their suffering, all the Iranians are speaking about Iran as a place they want to come back to. It's so beautiful.
Because Iran is a lovable country. People are warm, are welcoming. You know, in many cases, we were stuck in some village or something, and not one house opened the door. 3, 4 people opened their houses, come to us, and they began to fight. Who we go to? So they are very good people. They saw us, as I say before. These are not the anti-Semitics and those radicals who made the revolution. The Iranian people changed a lot. 90% of them don't love the regime. 75% of them, this is their poll, not my poll, or Western poll. 75% of them love Jews, not only Israel. So we will be welcomed. They will love us. We can invest there, we can bring them water or happiness or whatever, and they will love to have us there.
And going back to secrets, what is the most Western thing that young Iranians do in secret?
In secret, I think listening to the last songs or music of...
Do they listen to any Israeli music sometimes?
Yes. I saw many clips of Rita. Someone is driving a car. Car is also an inside place because you are going with the windows and you can hear anything. They hear Rita, Liraz Charchi, Sarit Haddad, even in 2010, I remember a clip in Israeli Report. Omer Adam, they love the songs here. Of course, the foreigners like Taylor Swift or others. We were so lucky in the 80s. If we had one cassette, don't judge my taste, okay, in the music. If we had only one cassette of Madonna or Michael Jackson.
Oh, a nice test.
And the other thing that they did in those years that you remember breakdance? We used to go at 5 a.m. to parks because it's a kind of isolated place that IRGC don't see us. And we used to dance, breakdance. You don't want to see me dance.
Breakdance.
Really, breakdance. And I jumped and I almost break my
Benny, I have a double question and a very quick one. First, why took you so many years to come to Israel, right? You came only in 87. And what do you say to people who think you are a double agent?
Oh. First of all, I'm not double agent. I'm a double agent for positive things. I want you, the Israelis or the world, to know more about Iranians and the lovable Iran, the beautiful Iran. And I want them to know about Israel. This is my double agent working. If you are talking about that, yes, I'm double agent in that part, not a negative place. But why it took so long to come out from Iran? As I said before, Iran is a lovable country. It's very hard to leave it. As you said also before, and we talked a little bit before that, maybe you can come out from Iran as an Iranian, but you cannot take Iran from yourself out of yourself. So it's so beautiful, it's so lovable. And in my family case, it was a very not ordinary thing that my parents were working for the Iranian government.
Oh.
So they were more kind of in the Iranian society, in the Iranian kind of way of living. As Jews, but kind of combination. Most of the Jews, they had free jobs, or maybe being doctors or engineers. But my parents, they really loved Iran. They wanted to be part of that. But even after 8 years of oppression, they couldn't suffer that, and we had to run away from it.
What do you think is the right way to bring down this regime?
I think helping the Iranian people to come out, to guide them how to bring this regime down. They are waiting for 1, 2, 3 voices from the leaders of the world. And this is President Trump, our prime minister, or our government, or maybe other Western leader. They cherish words more than weapons because it influences them. This is the reason that they turn to you in social media. They ask you things, or they write to you because they see us as kind of saviors or leaders. Because we are living in West, we know something about how to have hope or how to lead something. They really admire us. We have to use that. So I think if President Trump, as he said to them before, stay at homes, we are bombing Iran regime and its assets, don't come out, we will tell you when to come out. I have to say, he has to call them out now, not the next week. They are ready. They have this bad behavior. I'm very sorry to say. They always love to obey someone. So I think it's the time to call them to come out, and they have the potential, as you see in the last protests. They really got the regime by a surprise, and they made him frightened. So I have to say, President Trump, call them now. Otherwise, we will have these rounds of wars again and again and again. Iran regime loves to be actually in wars. It makes their existence a little bit harder. Yeah, they need that. It's kind of a drug for their living, for their existence. And it's a very strange thing, but this is the meaning of resistance.
Yeah.
If Hezbollah doesn't fight us, there is no reason for Hezbollah. So they love to fight. We have to take it from them, not to giving them all the time.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yes, I have one last question, Benny. Is this your real hair? I know. It's really interesting to know.
You can pull it.
Because your hair is beautiful. Yes?
You want to pull it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, not too much.
Is it real?
Oh, it's real.
Yeah, it's my real.
It's verified.
It's real, guys.
I think if you are happy and you don't wash your hair every day,
How many times a week? 2, right?
2, 3, maybe. Yeah.
That's a secret.
Okay,
Yeah.
good tip.
But being happy, I think, keeps the
Yeah, for sure.
Benny, thank you so much for this insight. We're so glad we came here. And hopefully we'll hear the call and we'll have a great victory over Iran very, very soon.
Inshallah.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we turn to the digital battlefield, anti-Semitism and fake news. Today, we're exposing the contradictions of Joe Kent. He recently sat down with Tucker Carlson to claim Israel is to blame for the war with Iran.
The Israelis drove the decision to take this action, which we knew would set off a series of events, meaning the Iranians would retaliate. I think we still could have back-channeled to the Iranians and said, hey, if something happens here in the next couple of days, it's not us. We're still serious about negotiations, and we don't want to escalate this because it's well known what the Iranians' plans were. We knew that they were going to hit potentially our bases in the region, potentially our allies. We knew about the Straits of Hormuz. All of these things, I think, were fairly well known.
It'd be one thing if he just blamed Israel for this Iran war now, but he's also blamed Israel for the Syrian civil war. He's also blamed Israel for the Iraq war. And it's not anti-Semitic to criticize Israel alone. But when you blame Israel for every war, it's an anti-Semitic blood libel.
But choosing to go on Tucker Carlson podcast as the first thing you do, I mean, it says everything. You're going to sit with the worst anti-Semitic person ever. You're going to sit with somebody who has false allegations, who's Qatar even said everything he says was false. That's what you do. You ruin your entire credibility on one interview.
But it's interesting to me to understand what happened to him. Like, is this a hate?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what happened.
Hate for Trump, or he just changed his mind?
I'll tell you what happened. I don't think that he changed. I think this is who he always was. I think he was always working against Trump. We now know that he was under investigation for leaking classified documents. Joe Kent, I think he caught wind that he was being investigated and said, I'm going to sink the whole ship with me because I'm going down. So he goes to Tucker Carlson.
But why would he even leak those files? Like,
because he's been working against, my theory is that he's been working against President Trump this whole time.
This is the question, yeah.
But why? Why? What is happening? Is it personal? I mean, he's a patriot. He's someone who served the country. And when he resigned, he seemed super credible. And he made people think. But then going to Tucker Carlson right after is really exposing your motives.
Yeah.
You say he was a patriot, right?
He was.
Because look what he said in 2024.
I mean, most Americans aren't aware of it. Our troops in Iraq and Syria have been attacked 150 plus times by Iranian proxies. And when we say Iranian proxies, we got to be clear on what that is. That's the Iraqi government that we pay. Because after the Iraqi military, we spent $2 trillion on, surrendered to ISIS, we had to go back in there in very short order and stand the military back up again. And guess who filled the breach? The Shia militias controlled by Iran did. And the Iraqi government's controlled by Iran. So
according to his words, there are Iranian proxies that were attacking our soldiers. How is that not a threat? And I believe that funding part is important because people were mad about that in the past.
So what happened between 24 and 26?
The split.
What happened? Did the Iranian regime decided to give up on terrorism? Did they went on a spiritual journey to find inner peace? What happened between 24 and 26?
Look, in the U.S., we have an expression called rhinos, which means Republican in name only. So we use that term as to describe someone who's presenting as a Republican, but really they're a leftist.
Yeah, but this is not the only lie. In his resignation letter to President Trump, he wrote that his wife was killed by a war manufactured by Israel.
When did he say that? In 2026?
No, right now. In his resignation letter.
Oh, in his letter.
But you know,
I missed that.
How his wife was killed and when? In 2019, in an ISIS attack in Syria.
What?
How is ISIS? So ISIS and Israel work together?
Yeah, now they're working
together. Lying about your wife.
No, lying about your wife. It's so crazy to me. Wow.
Wow.
This is why his lies are not going to work. Joe Kent, you should know that Israel is going to fight along with the United States together to defeat the Iranian regime and to protect people like yourself. Before we go, we want to leave you with a bit of Israeli pride. Even in the middle of the war, our resilience shines through. Take a look at the CEO of NVIDIA.
We have 6,000 families in Israel. And I'm quite worried about them. Now, I know that they're worried about themselves. Our company still continues to operate very, very well. And people are still working very hard. But it doesn't change that we're quite concerned about them. I'm 100% committed to Israel, where we are going to be there for a very long time. 100% of our employees there, they have 100% of our love and support.
Perhaps the only titan in Silicon Valley who isn't afraid to say he's 100% with us. He hasn't forgotten his true friends here in Israel.
I mean, God bless Jensen Huang. I mean, NVIDIA is actually the most valuable company in the world. Think about it. This is the man who he's the top of the most valuable company in the world. They developed 4 out of their 6 next generation AI chips here in Israel. And I believe people and companies who bless Israel will be blessed. So if you're not putting money into NVIDIA, I'm not giving any investment advice, but I'll say I'm going to put my money into NVIDIA because they're going to be blessed and they're going to grow.
Yeah, and also he was one of the biggest supporters of Avinatan Or family. He was in captivity for 2 years. It's really warmed my heart to see his support, even for Avinatan Or and his family during these hard times.
Yeah, you know he's planning to come to Israel very soon.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yeah, to visit.
You know, it's amazing that we are under so much threat in Israel, and we have to survive. So we have to create the most sophisticated, high tech to survive, whether it's AI scanning of faces or the Iron Dome. And then people want to buy it, and then we get, you know, more money into the country. So it's like a cycle.
It's like the AI, the infrastructure of the AI that you and I are using every day. A lot of it's Israeli.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
Our need to survive is creating this empire. And okay, keep.
And it is an
bringing it on.
empire. And it is an empire. Just in 2025, we had so many exits. Unbelievable one, right? Like Wiz for $32 billion. And who was it? The CyberArk for $25 billion. Armies for $7.8 billion. You know, we had 110 exits just last year. The high tech in Israel is booming, and even in a time of a war.
Especially because of the war, we're becoming an empire.
It was a great show. Thank you for joining us. And stay safe, stay sharp, and we will see you again next week, right here in all caps.